Ready for some news?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, now's the time you've been waiting for. The good news, the bad news, and the other shit. Yeah, good news, bad news, and other shit. Not necessarily in that order. And that's because you all don't necessarily do it in that order, okay? So let me tell you one of the things, first of all, that's kind of interesting. Black Friday, you guys. Black Friday, it turns out that shoppers spent a record $7.4 billion. This is the second largest online sales ever in recorded history. Now, I give the applaud. I don't know if I should be applauded.
Well, I am.
Because remember, I made the posting also about the numbers of percentages of people who were going into debt for the holidays. And I want to say, I'm glad you're in a relationship.
I'm looking at
Because usually the people going into debt is because they're in a relationship.
I'm applauding for all those wonderful retailers that's making a lot of cheese.
Well, they still making the cheese.
Yeah.
Today is, what do they call today? It's Black Monday. And
Right.
you know why I got to be black? But that's okay, because I thought about if they called it White Monday, I'd be complaining about that. Why I got to be White Monday? Because people spending money. You can't win. If it's Black Monday, you pissed. White Monday, you pissed.
Right.
I think we ought to just make it Yellow Monday. Let the Asians be pissed.
You've been watching Boomerang reruns with Martin Lawrence, right?
I'm just
the
saying.
pool table scene, right?
Well, anyway, as part of Black Monday myself, because I have to go to the Trumpet Awards and I have no clothes that fit, I have been looking at the ads, and it turns out today is a big shopping day again, Vic. Mm-hmm. And at the end of today's broadcast, I'm going to be taking myself down the hill to the store to try to purchase a suit.
You want the Raheem's?
Lil Raheem,
Yeah.
that's right. Radio Raheem. To get me a suit. So but I want you to know, first of all, I hope you made a budget this year. And I told you, me and my significant, we agreed to have a budget. But we have not agreed on the budget. So I don't know if that deserves. We agreed to have a budget, but we have not agreed on the budget. And since this is her second Christmas with me, I told her, you no longer get treated like a girlfriend. So just remember that.
Wow.
Now you get treated like you're my woman, so you have to have responsibility. Vic, you have responsibility?
It won't be talking like you.
See, y'all, I just tell the truth.
Dude.
I'm tired of spending.
What's the benefits?
I'm tired.
What's the benefits? That's all they want to know.
All the women, they say, Marlon's not complaining.
What's the benefits?
That's why I'm single. Yet he's still single.
See, like I said, we're not worried about when you're gone. Just worried about when you're here.
And yet he's still single. Right. All right. Hundreds of flights are delayed. See, this is what happens. The winter storm has hit. We've tried to warn people that it was coming. It hit, last week pretty bad. 38 states affected, Vic, with airline, flights that are canceled.
Yeah.
All because of this big winter storm. It is cold as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Out there.
Yeah. And we're not really suffering that bad, right? We're fortunate.
It's cold out here.
But no. But you can't say that compared to what they're going through. You know that.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Well, with the cold, people have also been acting insane. And as we go, America seems to be endlessly challenged by mass shootings. The numbers of mass shootings are absolutely ridiculous. Listen, I don't know, maybe, Alexa, how many mass shootings have there been to date?
Here's something I found on the web. According to case.edu, in the first 274 days of 2015, there have been 45 mass shootings.
Well, already we're continuing on the clip. Well, now you had one over the weekend. Okay, well, last week, New Orleans, shooting rampage, suspects still on the loose, 10 people injured. This is down on Canal Street.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us have been there.
Yeah.
So that we don't know what's that. So, go get your updates. But again, I'm just pointing out what's happening as we get ready for the holidays. In London, where, guns are not as readily available, they had a stabbing and people jumped in to save other folks. But they had a stabbing on London Bridge, highly publicized in London. Again, they experienced, their craziness too.
Holiday season, man.
And then in another one, at least 20 people are dead after the Mexican cartels, one of the Mexican cartels went into a town where they've been having a battle with the police, shot up, killed 20 people, and shot up City Hall. Yeah. Ain't that ballsy?
Yeah, man, they don't wait for holidays.
Man, shout out ballsy. So the week is already crazy, you guys. And now we come to Trump. Because the whole issue with Trump is that he's been asked, before the part of their process for fighting this overwhelming evidence of his incompetence and his illegal activities where he's attempted to solicit a foreign government's involvement in our campaign, which, by the way, should reflect on the fact that Russia worked on the first election. No one seems to make that correlation, that here he is asking another government to intervene in an election in a way, while we are saying the Russians have been intervening, right, of which he does nothing.
Right.
So part of the whole thing is they've been complaining, it's not due process, which even though it's the constant. See, these are lawyers. This shows you how much of an asshole these people are. Half of these guys that you're complaining are lawyers. They know it's the Constitution. They know it has nothing to do with you having to have like a legal process. That's not what it is. It's an impeachment, which is outlined specifically in your Constitution, idiot. And you know that. So what they're doing is getting there in public and giving you a dog and pony show because they know that what's going on is not up to Nadler or it's not up to Adam Schiff. It's not up to any of them. This is your Constitution of the United States of America. Okay, which you just can't seem to get right. Like the president who keeps talking about Article 2. Okay, he's an idiot. So now you have this week, as it looks, over last week, as I understand it, Vic, they were going through the evidence and getting it organized for preparation to present it to the other committees.
Right.
And that's what they've done. They've presented it to the other committees. And now they're getting ready to have those hearings this week. Different set of hearings. Now, the president was asked, again, they say, remember they were not included, even though they had people on the panel, Republicans, asking every time. Right. At every hearing, there was Republicans. We're not represented. We're not presented. So the president was officially requested to submit any information or people they would like to have. Mm-hmm. And so now their thing is, we're not going to cooperate in your illegitimate thing. So now it went from we cannot talk, you won't let us talk, to we refuse to talk.
Right.
And that's where it sits this week. Ideally, what I've been told is that everything's been extremely disciplined. And in this week, what's going to happen, because of the different committees that take over, is that they're going to lay out they're going to attempt to explain to the American public the legal foundation of how these things are being handled. In other words, they're going to lay out using a variety. It may be one of the more boring. For those of you who need impeachment hearings to be like, Fast and Furious, I apologize. It may not meet your action requirements.
No, it won't.
No. But those of us who actually care about something that's more intelligent and who can actually deal with dialogue and don't need like cartoons, then you might actually enjoy this week.
What people need cartoons?
A bunch of people out there. A bunch of the American public, 50% of whom can identify the Pacific Ocean on a globe. Okay.
It's that way.
Okay. I'm just making a point.
All right.
P.T. Barnum is the one who said, no one ever goes broke by underestimating the intelligence of the American public. Okay, that was P.T. Barnum. Okay, so the president continues in that. When you can't get them with information, you baffle them with bullshit, and that's what they're attempting to do this week. The committees are going to attempt to lay out before the American public what are the specific legal requirements, what is being done, how it's being handled. So they're going to have a variety of legal scholars, quote unquote, testify this week. Okay, so be a bunch of legal scholars. So we look forward to that, and we also look forward to the fact that the president won't cooperate. In the meantime, there's so many things just to keep up with. The fact that the military's outraged over the president's intervention in the discipline of a Navy SEAL, causing your Secretary of the Navy to resign. You have the ongoing, it's amazing that Trump supporters keep calling this a witch hunt when you got, how many, was it 6 people we can name off the top of our head in jail? And then the other ones that we don't even know is 31 actual indictments.
Right.
And they're still. This is the most successful witch hunt I've ever seen. So for all the Trump people, and there are some out there, it's amazing, and it's been happening on Facebook. You bring up Trump, and they start talking about Hillary.
Right.
They can't talk about Trump. I tried to actually get one of Trump's supporters to actually admit that Trump is the greatest documented liar in all of recorded history, right, of all history anywhere. He is the greatest documented liar. I could not get them even to admit to that. They're so busy kissing his ass. They are, their mouth is so, they got the taste, the cop out is so thick in their throat they can't speak. I get it, I insulted you on purpose. Sorry. All right. Thank you. Mario Hensley. It's the good news. The bad news. And the other. All right. Now, here's the thing. I was trying to find some Christmas music, and I didn't really have. See, I had this Christmas song, and every time I play the song, Victor talks about the song because we were drunk.
Oh, not that one.
It came upon a midnight clear.
Oh, no.
We weren't drunk. Irvin and I, we were trying to. Okay, where is it?
This is the best time for you guys to go to a commercial, a long one. Break.
I'm trying. Wait.
Go to
that's
the break room.
There, so that's cold.
Go to the break room. Go check your oil in your car real quick. Hey, there's a comeback for Black Friday. It's extended next week. Go check that out.
Well, it's coming up. Well, we're going to have it. I'm trying to, you know what's so bad? Oh, by the way, because while I'm struggling with this, let me tell you guys what's happening. So, I don't know about you. Everybody's been talking about problems in their service, okay? And, yeah, there's a bunch of problems. And as it turns out, a lot of us are believing it has to do with the shift to the 5G network.
Right.
Verizon is implementing a huge shift. Not just Verizon, but they're one of the ones trying to get in front of it. Verizon is doing a huge shift to the 5G network. Now, to tell you the truth, I didn't know what that meant. Because I was still like, so what's the big deal with the 4G network?
Right.
Because I wasn't even familiar with that. So they were like, no, the 5G network. So as it turns out, I went on YouTube, and you could do it too, and find out about this implementation of the 5G network. And Vic, let me give you an example. You have to have a 5G phone,
right,
and you have to then tie into the 5G network, of which there are specific areas. Well, when they did that, one of the guys online, he and his buddies drove up to a 5G area in Providence, Rhode Island. And their speeds went from like 300
right.
megabytes per second to 1,500.
Right. Got it. Like that speed, huh?
So, yeah, they're talking about movies with no buffering whatsoever.
Right.
high def movies, no buffering, everything starts, and we expect to be.
What zip code were they in now? Was it in a?
It's white folks.
I'm just.
It's white would bring up stuff.
Where to travel? Is it close?
It's white folks.
Is it within 500 miles of Martha's Vineyard? I mean, kind of give me some locale. I don't want everybody rushing over to that area to get 5G, right?
Well, I'm just saying.
Maybe just
they do not test stuff in the ghetto.
Maybe 20,
so it ain't,
25.
It ain't us.
Okay, all right.
It ain't us. So,
are we still at 2G?
They got 1G in the ghetto. See, they don't get it. We don't get the have.
Hey, look, man. Most people don't even know what G means.
All right. Well, the Hemsley Foster Project, it came upon. I'm trying to get all of them. See, so Irvin and I did this song. It came upon a midnight clear, and we weren't drunk. We weren't drunk. I'm telling you, we weren't drunk. And then you can watch the slideshow. Let's sing this Christmas song. Come on.
Oh, boy.
Come on. Come on.
I need some Advil.
Let's sing this Christmas song.